Yes. So what happens is, as I said, Keki and Daruwala's love across the salt desert is a love story based on the theme that true love transcends all barriers like religion, region, caste, color, and creed. Okay. It depicts a union between two lovers, despite their hailing from opposite sides of the international border of India and Pakistan, which is always hot. The story bears its title not only because of the fact that sole and main avenue of the entire dramatic action is in the Thar or the Kutch desert, known for its salt lagoon. We are not doing geography here that I am going to go into the salt lagoon. But it's for other reasons we are doing English. It's a story. But also for the other reasons like it's being the hottest desert in the subcontinent. And as such not so easy to cross unaided. Without any help you cannot cross it. It's being devoid of water bodies. It's being checkered by mirages, and also because of its being guarded by park rangers on one side and BSF personnel from their watchtowers from the other side. Needless to mention, I have no need to tell you, you know what is salt. Salt is a symbol of standing, harsh and inhospitable nature. Salt, put it burns. Ew, salt. It's very harsh. And one side is Pakistan, one side is their Pakistan Rangers on the border, and one side is BSF personnel from their watchtowers. Now, I'll come to what is a salt desert. I'll just explain you uh, a small part of it so that you'll be able to understand. It will be easier for us to go through it. What is a salt desert? Okay. And why is there salt in the desert? That is also to be known. So we'll just go to the Great Rann of Kutch. It's a seasonal salt. Just on that Gujarat, you see that G on the top is Rann of Kutch. There's the Gulf of Kutch and there is Rann of Kutch. You see on the Gulf of Kutch is the G cut, the bigger part, and just go on the top of the G, you will see a place where water is going in. Small lines of water are going in. It's a bit small open spaces. That's Rann of Kutch. The water goes in. Salt marsh, which is called actually. Tidal marsh, it brings in the coastal ecosystem in the upper coastal zone or the brackish water that is regularly flooded by tides. It is dominated by dense stands of salt tolerant plants. Marsh. Plants are washed in, thrown over. Water is always wetland. The color is different also from the sea water. The salt plants go over when the water extends, it goes inside. It's to be known as one of the largest salt deserts in the world. This place has been inhabited by Kutchi people. They are from the district of the western Indian states of Gujarat, Kutchi people. In the Hindi word derived from Sanskrit was Irina. In the Rig Veda and Mahabharata, it is called the Irina. Okay, so this is what happens. It's the India-Pakistan international border. Heavily patrolled, by border security force BSF, and Indian Army conducts exercise to acclimatize the troops in the harsh terrain. Very difficult place to be in. It's a salty lowland rich in natural gas. was one scene of perennial border disputes between India and Pakistan in 1947. We will not go into that. First was a Kashmir issue, and then this was this land water salt issue. There was an India-Pakistani war between this in 1965. Then in 1968, Pakistan got 10% of its claim and 90% was given to India, although India claimed 100%. Then there is a Cheer Bhatti there, Cheer Bhatti. At night, unexplained strange dancing lights happen on that area, known locally as Cheer Bhatti, ghost lights, occur on the Rann of Kutch, adjoining the Banni grasslands. No one goes there at night. There's a Rann Utsav which happens in December to February in the Dhordo village, salt deserts next to that place. In winter, tourists can see the various sites of the Rann. It's a huge place. The BSF camel show, all things happen there. Lots of great things happen. It's a very good place, but and a dangerous place as well. Now the salt water quickly evaporates in the dry desert area, in dry desert air, and the salt is left behind. Wind carries the salt dust from the ocean to the desert. Salt also comes from ancient sea floors that may be buried far below the ground surface, salt crystals. So this is what it is. Okay. Now in this place, this story is being depicted or written by Mr. Kenny and Daruwala about a love story of two people, how it happens and what happens. Correct? Najab, reticent and diffident budding youth from Khawda, Rann of Kutch, Najab, is captivated by the peerless and bewitching beauty of Fatima. Clove. You know what is cloves? Long. A clove seller's daughter from Sindh, the Pakistani side of desert, referred to as Hoor, and elopes with Najab, runs away. None of the lovers spare even a moment's thought to petty considerations like nationality, linguistic barrier, parental permission, nothing they asked. They are not even scared of the danger by crossing the inhospitable and dangerous desert aided illegally. They want to go, love. They love each other. One is Fatima, and the desert is, the Pakistani side of the desert is known as Hoor, and Najab is this side of India, and Fatima is that side of India. Now Najab was a strangely introvert youth with dreamy eyes, notorious for blushing even at the mere mention of a girl. He was only 20 years of age. He had trudged across the desert with his father Aftab, a smuggler, 4 times, and knew everything about the desert and was confident enough of crossing the desert alone if so needed. So Fatima was also a beautiful girl, a paragon beauty. daughter of a Pakistani clove seller, I said, a witty old smuggler, another smuggler. They used to cross borders and sell them. Being under pressure of marrying Mahfuz Ali. A far off relative with extreme slurred speech and all that. She didn't like that person. And she was taken away by this way of speaking of the smiling face of this young Najab, who had come to stay at her house during his fourth illegal trip across the desert. Having failed to elicit even a word from Najab in the morning, she did receive positive response from him in the evening, thus brings about a sea change in his personality. Both fell in love. Now he became a daredevil to return back to Khawra with his wife Fatima. They fallen in love, not wife yet. He became a daredevil. He alone went away with his camel Allah Rakha, determining to bring back Fatima as his mother's daughter-in-law. He went against, he was very brave. Whatever things happened in the desert, he faced. His daring was crowned with success when he finally stepped onto the Khalwan soil with Fatima, bringing in torrential rains which ended 3 years of death-dealing drought, and thus bringing relief and new lease to life to the Khalwans, who in return welcomed Fatima with open arms as bringing a joy to them. This is the story all about. He used to go with his father, a petty smuggler. He came to know the routes and all. And this is what happened, a love story. And when they came, they brought rains. There were 3 years, there was no rain. So the people said, you have come and the rains have come. You have blessed this place. With open arms, they welcomed the Pakistani girl, the Indians. So in the next class, I'll come back and we'll read and we'll come to know what is all this about. I gave you the brief thing. You can read it. Read and see if you can understand anything, if it matches what I told you. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. Be good.